Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about the vibration-raising practice of giving. Giving is one of those things that's misunderstood because there's either two ways of approaching it. One is that the world's way, which is that there's scarcity, so when you give, you now lack something that the other person now has. So the world hasn't been increased, you've been decreased. And at best, it's just a lateral move because there is no increase there. But for the believer, we know that when we give, it shall be given unto us. So when we're sowing a seed, when we're giving to someone else, we haven't just removed something from our lives. We've added something to someone else's life and guaranteed a multiplication for our lives. So it's a net positive for the world. Everyone is benefiting. The world is increased. Abundance is increased. God's goodness is seen even more throughout the world. But if you approach things with a scarcity mentality, that there's a lack, that there's not enough, that you giving is taking something away from you, there's now less for you. Or that you receiving, because here's one of the things, Jesus said, it's more blessed to give than to receive. And that's been so misunderstood over the years that, oh, you just shouldn't be a receiver, you should just be a giver. If that's what Jesus was trying to imply, then you'd be causing someone to be doing wrong by giving to them, because now they are receiving and they're not more blessed because they're receiving. And obviously that's not the intent. The idea there is that when you give, you receive more. You are more blessed. The person in need is not more blessed. You are blessing them with the thing you're giving to them, but the fact they're in need in the first place is not a blessed position to be in. But you as the giver, as the person of abundance, can freely give because you freely received. Receiving is not a bad thing. Yes, you don't want to hoard things up. You don't want to become a swamp that just takes in and doesn't give out. But that's not going to be you anyway. You're a giver. You're naturally giving. And you're naturally receiving even more to be blessed with yourself and to share with others. If the world would understand this principle, understand giving, understand the blessing and the high vibrational state that it puts you in to be a giver, and the fact that in that state of giving, you open yourself up to receive even more, it's multiplied to you, you're thankful, you're appreciative for all that you have, you're giving, you're receiving even more. You're thankful, you're grateful, appreciative again. You give more. It just is an endless cycle, and everybody's vibration is raised because when someone just observes a kind act between two people or many people, it causes them to feel better. They've done studies on this where somebody just observes a kind act. It's not done to them. It has nothing to do with them. It's not done to somebody they know. They just observe it, and it improves their mood or raises their vibration. You are making the world a better place as a giver. Not just in your act of giving, not just in the person receiving that thing you're giving to them, but also people who observe it will be blessed. And people who hear about it, that person that you just gave to, that you just blessed, will tell others, listen to the blessing of the Lord I got. And then that's going to raise their vibration. Everybody's improved by you being a giver. You're making things better in this world. One of the worst tragedies in this life is people who go throughout life and they don't leave the world a better place than it was when they started. Obviously, you can't change everybody. That's not even on you. It's not your responsibility. But the people you come in contact with, the people you associate with, the people who you are going to be around, are you making them feel better? Are you raising their vibration? Are you showing them the light of Christ? Are you being that light? Are you edifying those you come in contact with? Are you edifying the hearers of your speech? Because you have that choice. You can do that. You don't want to be that person that looks back on their life and realize you left a trail of gossip and negativity and drama and babbling about politics and all the fears of the world and scarcity. That's not anybody's goal in life. You should have a life that is fulfilling, that has been edifying to those that when you speak, it's as the oracles of God. There's good, positive, high vibration, valuable content in what you say that edifies the hearer. As Wallace Wattles said, that you leave people with a feeling of increase. People shouldn't leave your presence feeling lack, feeling they can't do something, feeling there's not enough in the world, feeling that there's a scarcity. They should leave feeling blessed and abundant, and that there's hope and opulence in God's creation. Hope and opulence that's freely available to them. And one of the ways you exhibit that is by your giving, by your generosity, by your kindness, by your thoughtfulness. Somebody mentions something in passing that they're looking for this product or whatever. You find it and get it for them. I'm not telling you to go out and just waste money all day long and stuff like that. But here's an important thing. You can't waste money when you are blessing other people, when you're giving. There's no waste involved there. Now, obviously, if you're buying something that is harmful to them or degenerate, something that is negative, that's not going to help them. You don't want to bless people with evil things. Bless the person that's struggling with alcoholism with some beer. That's foolish. But these good things, these kind things, these generous things that you can exhibit and provide for others and be a blessing for them, it doesn't even mean that they're in need. So it doesn't mean that they can't do, they don't have enough, that there's scarcity and suffering and in poverty. They might have a lot, and yet you can provide something that they don't have. Or maybe they do have, but you just provide another. It could be just as simple as buying a cup of coffee for your coworker that you know they like. It doesn't have to be something big. It could be a little thing that blesses somebody. It's not something they can't get for themselves. It's not something they're lacking and there's no way they could possibly do it on their own. It's not about that. That's not what giving's about. It's just you from a pure heart enacting your love and generosity in the world. And my friend, if you'll do that, you will make the people around you better. You'll make yourself better. You'll improve your character. And you will see not only will your vibration be raised, but you will continue to have more things that will raise your vibration coming into your life abundantly, attracting more good. Because you're seen as someone who can be trusted with goodness. You can be trusted with abundance. You're not just hoarding things unto yourself. You're giving. Freely you have received, and freely you give. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.